my name is Demora of mythanksdotgif. Welcome to part 1 of how to Wombo combo with the Black Knight Greatsword for Dark Souls 3. Since I started creating video compilations of this combo, a few of you have requested that I create a how to Wombo combo video so that others may learn. Because I have had so much fun with this combo, and because of your support, I have decided to go ahead and create it. Before we delve too deeply, I must warn you that this is not a guide on how to use the Black Knight Greatsword overall, but will cover tips and tricks on using the Wombo combo so you can begin to wreak havoc. But before we groove into this, let us explore the basic necessities. First, let us look at the Black Knight Greatsword itself. The Black Knight Greatsword requires at least 30 strength and 18 dexterity to efficiently wield. At +5, it has a B scaling in strength and a D scaling in dex. With a 40/40 quality build while two-handed, it has an AR of 640. Sadly, it cannot be buffed or infused, but no matter. After all, its ability to combo is what is important here. I will also show you my build, so you can have a basic idea of what you might want for yourself. Keep in mind that you will want enough poise to trade with most weapons, and there are better ways of making your build more efficient than my own. I just like the fashion souls. You should also turn on manual attack aiming within your HUD as you see here. This allows you to lock onto an opponent, but aim elsewhere as this can be very useful for setups or roll catches. Let us now begin with the basic steps of the BKGS Wombo combo. Step 1. Equip with both hands. Step 2. Use R1 aimed at your opponent. Be sure your opponent is close to you or else the next step will not hit. Step 3. Use R2 opposite of your opponent to catch them with the backswing. Keep the button pressed so you can charge the attack and aim back to your opponent. This, with glee, will launch them. Something to notice in this combo is the drag part of the R2. This is indicated by the sparks leading up to the charge. The drag part registers as a hit and often can catch multiple opponents in the right conditions, but we will cover the usefulness of the drag part of the combo later in part 2. Now, in order to demonstrate what this combo looks like, I will need the help of my friend, Lord Scooticus. Greetings, my friend. Let us begin. R1, R2 facing opposite your opponent. Hold to charge and aim back at your opponent. Voila! You have just completed the Black Knight Greatsword Wombo combo. You can also do this unlocked, which can feel very satisfying. As you can see, this combo is extremely effective and relatively easy to pull off, though you may need some practice. It often has a high chance of killing your opponent in a single combo. Best of all, however, is that this type of Wombo combo can catch and launch multiple opponents at once. We shall now groove on to some tips and tricks. Beware that much of the tips I will be presenting depend highly on poise, hyper armor, and the weapon your opponent is using. Another thing to note is that those who use Garth's Milk Ring, Quick Step, and dodge tactics will not always work against such methods and will often be harder to hit. Using an ultra greatsword in general will require you to test how you would like to play, but be sure to avoid being predictable as you will be playing with one of the slowest weapons in the game. I will leave it up to you to test what works best for you and your setups. With this in mind, here are 5 ways you can complete the combo. Number 1. The easiest is probably when opponents try to run or roll towards or past you, as this allows you to catch them at their most vulnerable state. Number 2. Trading with your opponent by allowing them to attack first with certain weapons can also give you the advantage and allow you to complete the combo. Sometimes this means tricking your opponent into attacking at a certain time. Number 3. When fighting in open area locations, often it is necessary to run in order to survive. Many situations will give people false hope that they can punish you when you are mid to low health and seem to run away. It is easy to suddenly turn around while bending around a corner or climbing up or downstairs and punish them for their bloodlust. Number 4. Another method is using your weapon one-handed. Many people will try to parry this as it is easy to parry if you do not know how to use dead angles. However, you can punish their attempts at trying this by switching to two-handing your weapon and hitting them with an R1 while they parry. And finally, number 5. One of my favorite methods is being locked onto another opponent while I know another opponent plans to flank me. If you have manual aim on them, you can simply hit them as they try to attack or approach you. This gives them the false sense that you are not paying attention to them while you imagine the joys of launching their feeble corpse in the air, then showing them that reality. In any case, I am sure that I am missing some tips and that there are several more to be discovered, but felt that these were good enough to help you begin enjoying the combo. And there you go. This has been part 1 of how to wombo combo with the Black Knight Greatsword in Dark Souls 3. That being said, there is one more true trick to this combo, and that is what I, personally, like to call the funk. The funk is the wombo combo, but controlled in a different way that can potentially serve as a 4-hit combo. This will be covered in part 2 in a shorter video. I appreciate your time and hope you begin to have fun decimating your foes. Let the bodies hit the floor. And, as always, you have my thanks.
And now you've got yourself something funky.
Here with the